Students, for today's class, we are going to learn about the most important topic in Python. The name of the topic is Sequence in Python. Sequence in Python. As you know, myself, K.S. Pranit Chaudhary, faculty from the Department of Computer Science of SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. As you know, the word sequence. Sequence means arranged in a line or arranged in order. So, the most basic data structure in Python is the sequence. Here, each element of a sequence is assigned a number. The number is called as the position of that element or index of that element, whereas the first position of the element in a sequence is 0 and so on 1 and so forth. Sequence is similar to the concept of arrays in C language. Arrays contain elements of same data type in an order. So, the concept of sequence is similar to the concept of arrays. Here, Python supports 6 built-in types of sequences. But our syllabus contains only the concepts of lists, tuples, remember that Python has 6 built-in types of sequences, but we are going to discuss deeply about lists and tuples. What is a list? A list is a most flexible data type available in Python. Which can be written as a list of values or items that are separated by comma in between square bracket. The important thing about a list that is to be remembered in Python is the items in a list need not be of the same data type. I am repeating this point. The items in a list need not be of the same data type. Whereas in arrays, the elements in array should be of the same data type. So it is clear about list that list contains elements within square brackets that are separated by commas. And those elements in square bracket separated by commas need not be the same. Creating a list is as simple as putting different comma separated values between square brackets. You can see the example here. The name of the list is list1, and list1 contains 4 different elements or items. The first one is a string with the name physics. The second one is also a string, chemistry. The third one is a number, and fourth one is also a number. So here we see that there are 2 strings and 2 numbers. In the second list, that is list 2, we see that there are all integers from 1 to 5 separated by commas within square bracket. List 3 contains characters in between double quotes. Don't get confused here that characters are in double quotes and strings are in single quotes. A string or a character may be either in double quotes or single quotes. A string may be either in single quotes or in double quotes. You can also have a float number here. So now we are going to study about how to access the values that are in list. Remember that the definition should always be remembered. List is a sequence in Python that contains elements separated by commas, and all those elements should be in square bracket. All those elements should be in square bracket. Now we are going to study about how to access the values in a list. To access the values in a list, we use the square brackets for slicing along with the index or indices to obtain value availability at that index. Here we can see that list 1 is containing 4 different items: physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000. List 2 contains integers from 1 to 7. So here remember that in list 1, physics is at index 0, chemistry at index 1, 1997 at index 2, and 2000 at index 3. There are 4 elements. First element is at 0 and the last element is at 3. Coming to list 2, there are 7 elements of same data type. The first element will be at 0 and the last element will be at 6. So the third line in the program was given as list 1 of 0. To print the 0th index item in list 1, that is the first item, it prints physics there. And the next one, list 2, 1:5, that is 1 to 5. List 2, 1 to 5 indicates to print the elements from index 1 to index 4, that is less than 5. It prints the left side of the index that has been given here. So the first index item in list 2 is 2. Similarly, second index item is 3, third is 4, and the fourth one is 5. So remember that list index always starts with 0 and ends with the length minus 1. Length is the total number of elements that are present in the list. Now there is a possibility of updating lists. We can update single elements in a list, or we can update multiple elements in a list. By giving the slice on the left hand side of the assignment operator, and we can add elements in a list with the append mode. Similarly, here we see that list contains 4 elements. And list 2 contains, it's not list 2, it is the second index in list 2. You see here that physics is at place 0, chemistry is at 1 in the first line, 1997 is at list 2, that means index 2. 2000 is at index 3. Physics at 0, chemistry at 1, 1997 at 2, 2000 at 3. But in the third line, we are making the second index item in list as 2001. That means 1997 will go on to the right side, or in place of 1997 we place the value 2001 there. So after updating the list, the second index value in list will be 2001. So as you see the print statement given in green color there, value available at index 2 was before updating the list, that is 1997, and the new value available at index 2 is 2001, that is after updating. So we have seen how to access the values, how to update the values, and now we are going to study about how to delete the elements in a list. To remove the element in a list, we can use either the del statement if we know exactly the index of the element, or if we do not know the index of the element, we can delete the element using the remove method. Remember that del or delete should be used when we know the index of the element to be deleted, or if we do not know the index of the element, we should use the remove command or remove method in order to delete that particular element. So here again we see the name of the list is list 1 with 4 elements. Print list 1, it prints all the 4 elements. Now del list 1 of 2, that means, as we have learnt in the previous slides, physics stands at 0, chemistry at 1, 1997 at 2, and 2000 at 3. The third line is specifying to delete the second indexed element in list 1, that is 1997. So after deleting the value at the index 2, again we are printing the list 1. So in the output at the bottom, we can see that before deleting there were 4 elements, and after deleting the second index item, that is 1997, we see only 3 elements there. So dear students, this will be given as the essay answer in your question paper. So try to study about list, which is a part of sequence in Python. Remember that sequence is the most important data structure or most basic data structure in Python. Here, each element of the sequence is assigned a number, and that number is called the element's position or the element's index of the element or position of the element. In array it was called as the address of the element. Index was also used in arrays, but the thing that has to be remembered here is array contains elements of same data type, list contain elements of different data type, can contain. List also can contain elements of same data type, but it can contain elements of different data type. So the first element stands at index 0 and the last element stands at the total number of elements minus 1. You can see the different types of sequences and the concepts of our syllabus has been given in red color. Please look onto the screen as you see the definition of list here. List is a sequence. It's the most flexible data type available in Python, written as a list of values or items separated by comma in between square brackets. All the items in the list need not be of the same type. It also accepts items of different data type. The shortcut definition of Python list is comma separated values in between square brackets. You can see the example here. There are 3 lists with name list 1, list 2 and list 3. You can see the square brackets there. Elements separated by commas there. The first list contains different elements. The second list contains same elements. And the third list contains same elements but with double quotes. Here Python accepts single quotes and double quotes for either strings or characters. You can see the way of accessing elements in list. Here we can see that the accessing is done through the index or the position of that particular element. Next one, updating the list. Updating the list is also done through the index of that element or position of that element. Next, deleting the list items or list elements. If we know the index of the element to be deleted, then we have to use delete statement. But if we do not know exactly the index or the element to be deleted, then we have to use the remove method. So, dear students, thank you very much for your silent listening. Thank you.